Volleyball season is ready to tip off. The defending Big 12 champions back in action as they host the UMKC Kangaroos.
Selection.
And how about the Kansas Jayhawks, loaded with senior talent, loaded with All-Americans?
Yeah, All-Americans. Kelsey Payne, the preseason Big 12 Player of the Year. It was an accolade she won last year. Big-time program, and hey, Kansas Jayhawks were on her list.
Anise Havili serves it up, and we're underway. That was Chayla Keetle for Kansas. Payne got a hand on it. Kansas scores the first point.
And Cheadle, really positive touches. She had a one-on-one where she deflected it. It was like off of her hands, and then she teamed up. She was talking that entire time to Kelsey Payne as they put up a wall. Kansas is going to be extremely physical this season.
Havili with another serve. Payne sends it back across.
Barrow thus far, but Tori Miller, I think she could really vie for that position. Addie Berry as well. They're they're battling every day in practice for that role.
Havili makes a nice save, and Allie Nelson there with a nice pickup. A chance for Kansas as that one's sent wide. Jayhawks off to a fine start here at 5-1. Tori Miller serves it up. Allie Nelson's there. Tough ball for Spiegel. Nelson sets it for Rigdon. Nice diving save there by Spiegel. UMKC saves it. Havili to Payne.
And that's
wow, is this the first action of the season?
Well, you know, that was a one-handed set behind her head for her, and I've the utmost respect for her and is so happy as she's the head coach now for the Roos.
Nice save by Havili there.
And the relationship really with Coach Posey is a long one between Coach B and Coach Posey, going back to when she was a high school coach in Halstead, and Coach B was a head coach at Barton County Community College.
Nice effort there from Allie Nelson, but UMKC gets on the board to break that Kansas run. Load off Payne and even Rigdon.
And those are, top two kill goers in last season, and Kelsey Payne leading that category, Rigdon right behind. But you need one of those middle blockers to come up, especially in transition. I think you're going to see that a lot more out of the Jayhawks.
Havili sets it for Alexander. Rigdon swings away. That one's long.
A great pickup from Allie Nelson. You're talking about the table, and just really, I think, watching Cassie's attitude last season and her composure as well.
Havili saved it, and UMKC bailed him out a little bit there. Tori Miller with the save. Payne winds up. Dug out by Harrington. Allie Nelson is there. Outside to Rigdon. Off the UMKC hands, point to Kansas.
Madison Rigdon, the Mad Dog. Just so the senior crew, I said, you guys talk about it? I mean, you guys are seniors. It's like, there's so many seniors, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to get sad. We want to have that moment.
Taylor Alexander serve. Alexander with a nice stop. Rigdon from the back row. Alexander saved it. Havili. Rigdon. To Jada Burse. Point to KU. You talk about the leaping ability of
right.
Jada Burse as we were...
Compete with Kelsey Payne on that touch point. I mean, she just explodes off the ground. And you talk about a jump from her freshman year. She made leaps during that year last season, but I think it's going to be a great season in her sophomore year.
Havili saves it. Payne sends it across. Alexander got a hand on it. Kansas unable to save it, point to UMK. Seen something for the first time. Everything you're doing, you've done and you've seen, and it's just a comfort factor.
Yeah, a level of confidence too. And I know that Coach Posey has high hopes for her sophomores, and as I mentioned, the setter having that second contact.
Harrington puts it in play. Havili to Cheadle, just a little high. Cheadle saves it with the right hand, but out of play.
Kansas jumped out to an early lead, but ever since that, it's really been even back and forth. So give credit to UMKC for settling down, putting some more pressure.
Payne with a nice hit, going to the deep corner.
standpoint, they're going to give every ball.
On the court, you're kind of watching, and Kansas comes out swinging away, maybe on their heels just a little bit.
Fighting for an outside hitter or a position on the front row, and she was having the best camp of anybody.
Kelsey Payne sends it over. Payne blocks it back across.
She can play it. I don't think she's hit it yet.
That time the defense is split. Michael Sadler scores it for the Kangaroos, the University of Missouri. Nelson with an ace right on the back line.
How about it? I mean, that is just like from Nelson.
Little smile there from the sophomore, too. Set point. That one goes just wide. UMKC.
I know both associate head coach Trent Jones told me and head coach Christy Posey told me the same thing. It's, hey, we're gonna battle with this team, but they lost a lot. So for the first time, they're playing with a new squad. Really, a lot of new players.
That one sails just long. Taylor Alexander. Allie Nelson puts it in play. Alexander there for Kansas. Savili. Payne. Savili with a nice play. Rigdon swings. Point to Kansas. Nelson with a nice serve down the line. Big swing and a put away. Harrington gets into the action for UMKC. Harrington. Alexander was there for Kansas. Another big swing. Tori Miller. Allie Nelson. Avili wants Rigdon. Soft roll shot. Rigdon brings out another shot. Harrington stuffed by Alexander. Avili dumps it over. Still alive. Great play from Spiegel. Avili tries again. Point to Kansas. Just a little miscommunication there between Avili and Taylor Alexander.
Energetic person, big personality, always positive. Love the play of Addie Berry. She's just a spark plug.
Nice touch from the Kangaroos, finding an opening, and Kansas now with an opportunity. First swings and saves it back. Or sorry, that's Woke. Our first look at.
Makes it look effortless.
Off the net, Perry and Tori Miller with a great effort. But it goes up into the.
We were just saying they were freshmen. I really do. It's crazy.
Allie Nelson for Kansas. Rigdon with a nice stuff. Madison Rigdon showing some hop.
And powerful. So I'm excited to see her and definitely how she's progressed.
Dyer able to split the Kansas defense. Point
KC this afternoon.
Back to Smith with a big swing. Ashley Smith, welcome to the match.
Las Vegas. Enjoy when her parents are in town. Always good chatting with them.
Down the line, but wide from Harrington. Point.
We're here. Might as well settle and watch some more volleyball.
Jackie Mostrom in.
The prowess to the back row as well. Another option for the Jayhawks to use.
Avili sends it over to Smith. Big hit. Sent back that time by Sadler.
Hard. She initially thought that ball was going to go the other direction, but press off, drove hard to close that block.
6'3" sophomore. Smith from the back row. Alexander just dunks that one over the net. Harrington. Blocked by Alexander. UMKC not going down yet. Harrington serves. Another set point for Kansas. Burst flies high and puts it down. Kansas takes the second set, 20. More from Lawrence coming up here on ESPN3.
To explode off the ground and get so high in the air.
Great effort that time from Tori Miller.
And it was Trent that told us that. He said, we haven't had very many days where we've had more than two. I mean, some days we have none, and that's awesome. That means that your team is in it, and they're going to fight, and they're going to just be gritty, and they're going to be feisty, and they're going to go after every single ball, and they're going to frustrate some teams. I mean, we're in the third set now, and it's 5-5.
Woke got a hand on that one. First sends it across. Allie Nelson with a nice save. First swings, can't cut that corner. Tough angle. 5'3" freshman. What a great program St. James is in Kansas City. Wow, I mean, you just saw the leaping ability there.
Right. There's the seam.
Payne put that one down. I think that was
so many of those plays throughout her career. Last season, you'd see it oftentimes where, hey, she makes one of those impact plays to really just fire up her squad.
Great effort there from Allie Nelson, but the ball goes out of play.
As I mentioned, they run a 6-2 system, so she's going to sub in and do a double substitution now, and she's going to be in that right back position. Setter is coming from the back row.
That one got rigged twice on the head, so point to the Kangaroos.
Getting a bit more comfortable, and you can't blame them. I mean, so many new players, new faces. See in this match, coming at 9-8 in this third set. And this stems from their coaching staff. It's saying, you know what? We're past that. We're moving on. We're looking forward. We're going to go out here, use this opportunity, get better, get acclimated. They're getting acclimated now. You can see that as they're working through longer rallies, more touches, more positive touches, blocking at the net.
Sadler stopped Payne once, but not twice.
It all starts with the first contact. Run your offense, be in system. She's such a good leaper as well.
Payne winds up, sends it cross court.
Was a
Hill pushes it across. Point to Kansas. Played to Latha East.
She's a great volleyball player. Such a smart player. Coach Posey gave her just much respect for Coach B.
His Jayhawks have certainly looked good in this exhibition match against UMKC. Back to Burse. Nice stick that time from Blay. And UMKC comes away with a point.
Or saying, hey, you know what? Positive plays, we'll take it. We'll win those. We'll win those plays, and we'll ride with it. We'll roll with it.
Hill didn't get a full swing on that one. Harrington winds up, sends it long. And there's some new. Ribichard's done it for 20 years here. I'm pretty sure he's got it figured out. Harrington swings. That one off Woke and point to UMKC.
That she can work with.
Nice dig that time from Blay. UMKC with a wonderful effort. And that's the kind of. Up high for Emma Dyer, who's had a.
To maybe play out of her true natural position on that right side.
Outside, they go to Alex Ratzliff. Point to UMKC.
They're right there in that hitting efficiency category.
First with a big swing. Puts it away.
Communication and a personality, and just on the floor, too, when they're faced with some adversity, who's going to step up, who's going to communicate, who's going to be that player. Because, to be honest, Cassie Wade and, Taylor Susie, Maggie Anderson, I mean, you're losing a lot of that. That was...
Rigdon. Point to Kansas. Addie Berry serves it. Rigdon got a hand on it to send it back.
And, that's a difficult thing to do when you straight up and straight down and back into the floor, because you can get used and get tooled if you don't do that.
Rigdon's there quickly. They go to OK. She said she's working on her hit. Addie Berry serves it at 21-16. Alex Ratzlaff still swinging away.
For UMKC.
Really sets it for Payne. That's just unstoppable.
It is. I mean, it's just maybe from watching, but she does not telegraph where she's going to set the ball. She can set all three options, and you wouldn't know until the last second.
All right, I know you're a competitor, but as an
play ever in my career, we're playing at UNC Charlotte, and I got hit in the face. First play of my freshman year, my career, collegiate career, I get hit smack in the face, and I'm like, you know what? Oh, it's going to be a long career. So that was just the mentality. Hey, you know what? You might get pounded in the face sometimes. That's just part of the game.
I sit there from Alicia Harrington. A preseason all-WAC play. Serve goes long and brings. Here comes Rigdon to serve. That's a tough one. Outside to Harrington. Hill got a hand on it. Harrington again. Rigdon was there. Avili goes outside to Burse. Kansas takes the third set, 25-20. Kansas Jayhawks lead this exhibition match 3-0 over University of Missouri at Kansas City. Attitude that players bring in, and maybe that's as much a part of it as talent. When you're talking about mixing in with a veteran squad.
I think it's a compliment to your program too. I mean, that played a great deal in her freshman year.
Rigdon with a very effective serve there, leads to a point. 10. Harrington rolls it across. Simpson is there. Smith with a swing off the hands. Point to Kansas.
Long, a very fluid volleyball player, especially with her height. She can play back row, and you wouldn't, really steps in and does a great job.
Great effort that time from Ashley Smith. Really back to Smith. I'll tell you what, I think you're right. Ashley Smith.
Yeah, really proud to wear that Jayhawk jersey.
Just long from Jackie Mostrom.
Season. St.
They
James
might have seen each other.
like the South.
That one wide from the Roos. Point to Kansas. As you said, a chance to learn under Anise Havili for a season was just a great opportunity. Myers runs that one down. Woke got a hand on it. Carlson went to set it.
You mentioned
right.
transferring in with some experience, so the only true freshman on this squad.
Tough ball there from Ashley Smith, really allowing tune-up before the season begins.
That was the first ace for UMKC on the afternoon.
How about that? Carlson with a nice... Carlson got a hand on it. Burst swings into the net. Mostrom plays it to Carlson. Nice set for Woke. Point to Kansas. Now it's Tori Miller for Kansas. Nice play there from Blatcher. Abby Simpson with a nice block. Back over to Simpson, swings with that left hand. Now Carlson sends it over to Burse. Nice set. A good swing from Jada Burse.
Side hitter, she's getting some of those out of ball, out of system balls. Maybe behind the 10-foot line, but gets to her touch point and works hard and drives every ball.
Miller back to Burse. That one hit the net. Simpson just missed that. Carlson tracks that one down. First plays it across.
Ruse, only one error, hitting 429. You talk about, you're hitting above 300. That's a really high efficiency. Obviously, that was a good look at Trent Jones coaching, talking to his middle.
Alicia Harrington puts it away for the Ruse.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Carlson over to Burse. Big block from UMKC.
Close, 8th team block. So UMKC is out blocking Kansas on the afternoon, 8-7. How about 9-7 now? Back to back.
Troy Miller has to send it across. Opportunity for UMKC. First got a hand on it, but it goes just wide.
Leads the Ruse.
Carlson wants burst, and this time she finds a seam and puts it down.
Against, but powered through.
You think maybe this lineup has played together a little bit in practice against some pretty solid starters for Kansas, and this serves down 4 points.
Her 8th kill to go back to now she's on the back row, but you can see why
with a nice touch.
Alicia Harrington's going to have a wonderful soft.
Jackie Mostrom. Burse was there. Simpson sends it over to Smith. Carlson sets it for Smith. Blatcher was there with the dig. And a big hit from Alicia Harrington.
Now there we are. KC. Those are one of those plays that you can build off. A dig to transition, back row attack for a win, for the score.
Simpson's there for Kansas. Carlson with a joust. That one is down. Point to UMKC.
And how said they're going to win some. They're going to win some sets. They're going to not only some sets but some matches just on the constant effort they're going to give.
That one is long. That'll bring Kansas to set point. To the back row, Harrington. Through the Kansas defense.
A set point.
Carlson to Smith. Fletcher was there. First saves it. Off Smith, and UMKC stays alive now, 24-22. Playing a bonus fourth. Schomer serves. Carlson to Simpson. From the back row, that was Harrington. Wide, and that'll do it. 25-22 in the fourth.